So, the next team is iGiveThanks!
Today, I am grateful for the beautiful sunny day that we've had. So maybe you can relate. You go on holiday, you go on a big adventure, it's really great, and then you come back to Brisbane, Australia, and you sort of realize, hey, I'm really lucky to live in Brisbane. I'm really lucky to live in Australia. This place is great, and it makes you really happy. But, 2 to 3 weeks later, all of a sudden, it's just same old Brisbane, regular old Australia. This phenomenon is known as the hedonic treadmill. The fact that although we have ups and downs in our life, we generally stick to a steady state level of happiness over time. And happiness is a really big issue. The United Nations has the Sustainable Development Goals. The third one is good health and well-being for everyone. And we want to make an impact on achieving this goal. And what's more, we want to make an impact on the next generation of Australians. Because 18 to 24-year-olds are have the highest prevalence in mental illnesses. With 1 in 16 people suffering from depression, women being more likely to suffer, and those in remote areas being more likely to commit suicide. But the stats aren't all too bad, because today, more people than ever are reaching out for support. And what's more, this isn't an issue that obviously Australia faces. Everyone around the world faces this issue. And so we think that an answer to this is gratitude. And a Harvard study showed that after 10 weeks, those who regularly wrote their gratitudes were more optimistic and felt better about their lives. And surprisingly, they were less likely to go to the doctors. And so our idea is this. Every day you go on the app and you submit 3 things you're grateful for. But then what happens when you do that is you see 3 things that someone else in the world is grateful for. And this helps give you perspective. So try it for yourself right now. Get your phones out, go to this URL, and validate this idea for us and see how you feel. Come on, get your phones out. The internet at QUT is very good. Let's test if our developers who did an epic job getting this together in 2 days can handle all of you going on at once. I believe they can.
Brilliant, guys. Well, just as you go through it, by the way, I'm Isaac as well. So as you're going through that one, you can see that as you put something in, you get 3 things back. So part of our validation, we went out into the community and we saw, hey, let's see what people are grateful for. We got out a mentee presentation, got them to put in something that they're grateful for, and then we showed them back what other people were saying. And basically what this showed us was some interesting stats. 76% of people who performed this felt better about their day. But one of the interesting things we saw about it was when people actually clicked on that thing and they saw what other people were interested in, they had an even better experience. They said, oh yeah, actually I did enjoy that coffee this morning I forgot about. So one of the things that brings up is our competitors. We want to make this a community-based approach to looking at mental health and gratitude. Competitors such as Headspace, Gratify Plus, they're all more about focusing inwards on an individual level. So where do we want to take this in the future? Well, we want to start bringing a map element so you can click on it, see what other people around the world are talking about. And from that, it brings us to a business case. So how do we actually get some money behind the scenes? Well, first thing we want to take a look at is working with local mental health institutions such as Beyond Blue and Lifeline, bringing them in as affiliate links to show them, hey, it's okay. You can talk about your gratitude there, as well as looking at the case of, let's see if we can bring on our own paid version with gratitude journals, as well as other training courses, and then finally, potentially using that community of open data to share to people to say, hey, this is what's happening. So, as you can see, we've got our first bunch of users. Thank you, everyone. We'll be looking at social media campaigns as well as word-of-mouth advertising to try and get it out there. To firstly validate our idea, how many people are liking it, before we start moving on to talking with the larger companies. So just taking a look at on the data side of thing, if we look at just 30 cents a user's information, this app is really cheap to build. We've already built it, so all we need to do is get out and do the advertising. We can see a return on investment of 1,160% return on investment in the first year if we get just 7,000 users on each month. So for $2,000 in hosting, we've got it up and running. So we just need a little bit more money to get it in there and get it going with advertising. It's a $9.9 billion industry, so there's piece of space to grow. So get out there, give thanks. I'm thankful for such a lovely audience today. Thank you, everyone.